So now we're going to take a look at linear and nonlinear relations or relationships. So first, let's define what a relation is. So you're going to write this down. And basically, a relation is how two variables, so how two variables are connected. Okay, so you've talked about independent and dependent variables and the relationships that they have. So that is just what we define as a relation. So a linear relation is a specific type of relation. It's a relation where the graph forms a straight line. So it is a relation where the graph forms a straight line. So let's just take a look at an example where we compare two variables. So in this example, we have someone running a window washing service that charges a flat rate of $5 and plus $3 per window. So this is our key information here. And we want to know how Chris's customers can calculate how much it will cost to have their windows clean. So our independent variable are the number of windows that we have. And we know that based on the number of windows, we are going to have a certain cost. So here, if we have 0 windows, the cost is going to be $5, that flat rate. If I have one window, I'm going to have $3 times that one window plus 5, which is 8. If I have 2 windows, it's going to cost me $11. 3 windows, it costs me $14. So I have my independent variable, which is the number of windows, and then my cost is my dependent variable. So one way to take a look at this relationship is with a table of values. Another way to look at this relationship is using the graph. So again, down here, the number of windows is my independent variable, and cost is dependent on the number of windows. The third way to take a look at a relationship is using an equation. We set up our let statements like we did in our last or our unit two units ago. And we can come up with a relationship equation. So I have $3 times the number of windows plus a flat fee of $5, and that gives me my final cost. So those are the three ways we can kind of compare or find out how much it would cost to have someone's windows cleaned. So let's just make a quick note here that to determine if a relationship is linear, we can investigate three different things. We can take a look at the table of values. So table values. The other thing we can take a look at is the graph. Okay, and we can see if that graph forms a straight line. And then the third thing we can take a look at is the equation. And we're going to be exploring this linear equation later on. So we're going to focus today on the table of values and that graph making a straight line. So let's start by taking a look at some tables of values and investigating whether they are in a linear relationship. So for this example, we're going to determine whether these relationships are linear and describe how we know. Well, the how we know part, we actually use what we call first differences to calculate. So first differences. So, what are first differences? Well, first differences are the changing in the y values. So, what's happening here in my y values? So, we can see that to go from -4 to -1, I would add 3. Here, I would add 3. I would add 3. I would add 3. And that's what we describe as our first differences. So, when we're calculating first differences, what we do is we add another column to our table. So I'm just going to short form it here and call it first differences. And to find the difference between these y values, I actually start at the bottom and subtract the number above. So here it would be 8 minus 5, which gives me 3. So that's the difference between 5 and 8, okay? Then I go up and I do 5 minus 2, and that difference is 3. 2 minus -1. Now remember, 2 minus negative 1 is the same as 2 plus 1, okay, when we subtract a negative. So this is equal to 3, and then I have negative 1 minus negative 4, which we know is negative 1 plus 4, which is 3. So you can see that these first differences, okay, these are all the same. If our first differences are all the same, then that relationship is linear. So therefore, we would write, therefore, linear relationship. Okay, so it's comparing those y values. You might also see someone short form, instead of writing first differences out in words, they might use this symbol, this triangle, which means the difference in. So the difference in y, or difference in y values. So let's take a look at another example here. So here's another table of values, and we can take a look at those first differences. So I'm going to add another column here. I'm just going to short form it and put the difference in y, first differences here. And again, I'm going to start at the bottom, and I have 4 minus 2, which is 2, 2 minus 0, which is 2, 0 minus a half, which is negative a half, and then a half minus a quarter, which is a quarter. Now we can see here that these are not the same. So therefore, this is not a linear relationship. And that is because the first differences, are not the same. Okay, now if we were to take a look at the graph of these two relations, okay, so let's start by going back to question A here for a minute. If I were to plot these points, so -2, -4, -1, -1, these would form a line. This is a linear relationship, so it would form a line. Taking a look at question B here, when I plot these, you can see I've added the graph over here. These do not form a straight line. They almost form like a curve, okay? So again, another indication that this relation is not linear. So let's summarize this and take a note in our notebook. So to determine if a relation is linear, you can look at the first differences. And that's what we're going to want to see in your homework and on your assessments. So we're going to take a look at the first differences in the table of values, and to find the first differences, you must subtract the y values. Okay. One more example. We're going to put things all together here by looking at equations. So let's start off with, we're going to create a table of values. So we're going to create a table of values for the following relations. We're going to use the table of values to determine whether it's linear or not. So we're going to look at the first differences. And then for any linear relations, we're going to use the table of values to graph the line. Okay, so the first one here, you can see, instead of giving you a table, I've given you an equation. So we have to come up with the table. Now, I can choose whatever x values I want here, but they need to be in order for us to check the first differences. And I like to choose some negative values and some positive values and 0. So I'm going to choose -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. And this usually gives us a good idea of what this relation will look like. So now I need to find my y values, and I'm going to do my work over here on the side. And to find my y values, I plug in the x values into the equation. So our equation is y equals -3x plus 2. Our first x value is -2. So instead of writing the x, I'm writing -2. So here I have -3 times -2, which is 6, plus 2, which is 8. So my y value for -2 is 8. Now I'm going to come up with my next y value. So I have y is equal to -3. Instead of x, I'm going to have -1. So -3 times -1 plus 2, that's 3 plus 2, which is 5. So I'm going to have a 5 for a y value when x is -1. Then I'm going to plug in 0. So this is -3 times 0 plus 2. That's just 0 plus 2, which is 2. Then I have -3 times 1 plus 2. That's -3 plus 2, which is -1. And lastly, I have -3 times 2 plus 2, which is -6 plus 2, which is -4. And I plug that into my table. So my next step is to do those first differences. So I start at the bottom. Here I have -4 minus -1. So remember, this is -4 plus 1. So I get -3. My next one is -1 minus 2. That's -3. My next one is 2 minus 5. That's -3. And my next one is 5 minus 8, which is -3. Okay, so we can see that all of these first differences are the same. So because these are all the same, we can determine that this relation is linear. So we're going to go ahead and write our conclusion. So therefore, y equals -3x plus 2 is linear. Or you could have even just written, therefore the relation is linear. And that also means we're going to go ahead and graph this line. So I'm going to plot all of these points onto this grid. So you can do it on separate graph paper if you have separate graph paper. So I'm going to start by plotting our first point, which is -2, 8. And that's all the way up here. Then -1, 5, which is there, 0, 2, 1, -1, and 2, -4. And I haven't quite mastered the line tool on here, even if there is one, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to freehand my line through these points. But you are 100% going to use a ruler. And you can see that this creates a straight line. Okay, last example. So same idea as the one we just did. We're given an equation. We have to come up with a table of values. This should be b. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my same x values. So -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And I'm going to come up with those y values. So using the equation, when x is -2, I plug that into the equation. So I have -2 squared plus 1. That's 4 plus 1, which is 5. So when x is -2, my y value is 5. Then I'm going to plug in -1. So I have -1 squared plus 1, which is 2. Then I plug in 0. So I have 0 squared plus 1, which is 1. Then I plug in 1. So 1 squared plus 1, which is 2. And then I plug in 2. So I have 2 squared plus 1. So that's 4 plus 1, which is 5. Okay, next I'm going to calculate those first differences. So here I have 5 minus 2, which is 3. Here I have 2 minus 1, which is 1. 1 minus 2 is -1. And 2 minus 5 is -3. So because these are all different, this is not linear. So therefore, the relation is nonlinear. So we don't need to graph this. We don't need to sketch it. We were only asked to sketch the ones that are linear. Okay, so that's it. Work on that practice work and be sure to post any questions that you have.